So August is almost here, which makes me really happy because one, not only is it my birth month, yes, for those that don't know, I'm an August baby, but not only is it my birth month, but it's also the month of the newts. Now I am so excited because I participated in the owls and I've completed 8 out of 12 books for my owls, which was heartbreaking because I wanted to be curse breaker so bad, but that was actually when my mood reading habit kicked in and I didn't read the set out books I wanted to read for curse breaker. But 8 out of 12 is pretty decent, which means even though I did not get my first choice of carriers, it meant I had a wide range of carriers to choose from for the newts, and I decided after careful consideration and deliberation that I'm going to be an oral.
To be talking to you, belladonna. Should have taken a break, not an Oxford comma. Take what I want when I wanna.
Hello everybody, Nora back again. So it's time for the nastily exhausting wizarding test, the N.E.W.T.s, and like I said, the carrier I went with was oral and the prompts are just mind-blowingly good. So to pass the N.E.W.T.s for my chosen carrier, which is oral, I need to have an O, which is outstanding in defense against the dark arts. I need to have an E in charms and in potions. I need to have an A in ebology and transfiguration. Now, according to the rules of the N.E.W.T.s, right, for you to get to the next level, you have to have crossed the lower levels. Now, the levels in the N.E.W.T.s are A, E, and O. Now, for you to get to O, you need to have passed both the A and the E exams to get to the O. And for you to get to the E, you have to have passed the A exams. When I start talking about the prompts, you would understand. Now, for defense against the dark arts, I'm meant to have an O for outstanding. Now, for me to get an O in defense against the dark arts, I need to have an A, an E, and then an O. Now, for my A, which is for acceptable in defense against the dark arts, I need to read Book That's Black Under the Dust Jacket. And for that, I'm going with Nevernight by J. Christoph. Now, if you go Bonoria, Nevernight, you've read Nevernight. Yes, this is a reread because September Dark Dawn is coming out, and I tend to like to reread all the books in the series, especially if a new book in the series is coming out. It ensures that I am well aware of everything. I'm so anal. I don't want to miss any little thing in the new book. So it's something I've been doing since I was a kid. I'm not about to like express any regrets for it because that's just me. So underneath the dust jacket, as you can see, it's gorgeous. It's black. It's so damn black. Like, it's gorgeous. It's stunning. Now, what is Nevernight about? In Nevernight, we follow Mia Cover, whose family was killed and their estates taken away by the people who sort of kind of betrayed her father. And she spends the time and who almost kill her in the process, but she manages to escape and vows vengeance and becomes an assassin and trains at the Red Church, where she basically gets all the training for all the skills she needs to be the perfect assassin. Like, this is one of my favorite series. This is one of my favorite books. I love this book. It's the start of something fantastic, and it was the start of my love for J. Christoph. So I can't wait to read it. Now, for me to get an E in defense against the dark art, the prompt is Gilderoy's memory charm. And what happened was that in G, I don't know if I even mentioned this, but this amazing, fantastic, magical readathon was created by G and Book Roast. I'm going to put our announcement video, especially our news announcement video, down in the description bar below. Like, she's so fucking brilliant and amazing and fantastic. And when she was giving us all the lowdown on the news, she was like, okay, we're meant to grab a piece of paper and a pen and immediately note the first book that comes to mind from our TBR, like anticipated release. And immediately I just thought Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. Like, you all know, this book has been high on my TBR since last year. I love it. It's described as Mulan meets Project Runway, which, if I don't know if you all know it, but Mulan is one of my favorite Disney animations. I'm really looking forward to the movie. I also love the historical story / context of Mulan herself, not the one that was, you know, watered down for Disney. But, and also, of course, I love Project Runway. I love the fact that I love all the backstabbing, cattiness, and sabotage, plus the mind-numbing, plus the amazing design people can come up with barely any fabric. Like, it's just so creative and so fantastic. Like, I love it. So realizing that there's a book that combines both Mulan and Project Runway just made me so happy. So I've had it on my mind. I've had it on my TBR for like forever, and I know my copy is arriving sometime this month, so I can't wait. And Spin the Dawn was, as expected, top of my mind, and so I wrote it down. Now, for outstanding in defense against the dark arts, I need Cornish Pixie, Seal It Away with a Book, written by an English author or set in England. And for that, I'm going with The Orphanage of Gods by Eleanor Coogan. Now, Eleanor is a British author, and I've had this book came in my Illuminate February box, which is of Gods and Monsters, and I've had it on my TBR for like a long time. I've never really gotten around to reading it. As you can expect, it is a book about gods. Apparently 20 years before the book starts, humans rebelled against their gods and kind of killed them off, which is kind of like similar to the N.E.W.T.s Lost God series, which I don't know if I've mentioned it enough on my channel, but that's one of my favorite series of all time, one of my favorite LGBTQ+ series of all time. And so yeah, I really love Lost Gods, and it's kind of like a similar premise in this, except for the fact that the children birthed by the gods have all been taken away and are being watched over by these people called the Guard. And basically anytime any of them display any form of divine power, they are kidnapped and taken away by the guards. And our lead character, who is Hero, our lead character, who is Hero, finally escaped. The reason being that her sister has been taken away to God knows where, and she's basically escaped to go find her sisters and also to see if there are any gods who might come to her rescue, because it turns out that the gods are still alive and some of them have plans for Hero, plans that I don't know, I'm guessing is going to bring a lot of pain and destruction. But I can't wait to read this book. It's been high on my TBR. You all know how much I love mythology and stories about gods, so definitely high on my list. Now that's Defense Against the Dark Arts. For charms, I need an excellence in charms, and for me to get an acceptable, I need to read a book that I think has a gorgeous cover, and for that I'm going with The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. Now if any of you have spent any amount of time on my channel, you know that The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang was my favorite book of last year. So the fact that The Dragon Republic is coming out in August, it's coming out in August, like anybody thinks that I am not going to read that book the minute it arrives and is in my hands is just deceiving themselves, and I cannot wait for me to read that book. Plus the book is gorgeous. As you can see, look at Rin, look at her. My girl is taking up center stage in front of the cover, and it is stunning. And my copy, which I got from Illuminate, is coming with like sprayed edges and it's going to be personalized. I cannot wait. But anyway, that book is stunning. The story inside is going to be even more stunning and brilliant, and I can't wait to read it. And for me to have an excellence in charm, I need to read a comic/graphic novel or manga, or a book under 150 pages. And for that, I am going with The Wicked Plus the Divine, which was written and created by Kieran Gillen and Jamie McKelvey. Now this is comics that follows these 12 people known as the Pantheon. They are basically reincarnated gods who die within 2 years after they've gained fame and popularity, and of course their supernatural powers in something called The Recurrence. Now I read a couple of issues and then I took a break for it because I was like, this is so good, I want to actually read it in its full, like I want it, because I was reading it digitally and I wanted like the actual hardcover print, but then like I want to read it, so I want to get significantly, I'm not sure if I can actually finish all the issues, but I want to get significantly somewhere and boost it high on my wish list so that it's like to eventually get the physical copy of the comics, because I love it and the art is stunning. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous comic, and it is so full of so many diverse characters cut across like different gender, different sexuality, different race. Like it's stunning, it's beautiful, it's perfect, and I want to read it. So for potions, which I am still meant to get an excellence in, for me to get an acceptable, I need to read my friend's favorite book, and for that I'm going with Illuminate by J. Christoph and Amy Kaufman. Now this is one of the favorite books of my very good friend B over at Bookish Pisces. Like she really loves this book. She actually does love a lot of books, but I remember when I was meant to read it in June, because I was meant to read this in June, and she heard about it. She was like, oh my god, Noria, you need to absolutely read it. Like Illuminate is one of my favorite books. I love J. Christoph, I love Amy Kaufman, I love the world and the story they created, and I was like, okay, do you know what, I'm gonna read it. But I ended up not reading it in June. Not to worry, B, I am going to be reading it in August, and I cannot wait to come and talk to you and scream at you all about it. What is Illuminate about? I do not know. This is a book I am willing to go in blind for. I just know that it's like, it's in multimedia format. It's really cool. I love how, like, look at this, like, look at, like, it does not read like a stereotypical book, and that's one reason I've always wanted to read it. But I can't wait to start it and know exactly who this Aiden person is, or this Aiden AI, because I know he's an AI, and who Katie is, because I have a magnetic coin of her face on it, and I love her pink hair. So yeah, I'm not making any much sense, but just know that this is one of my friend's favorite books, and I cannot wait to read it and get my acceptable in potions. Now, from an excellent in potions, the prompt is house ingredients, book with a cover of your Hogwarts house color. Now, I am a very proud, very proud Slytherin. Like, I don't hide it. I am very damn proud of my house, and for that I am going with Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. As you can see, it is green. It does have green. It's so pretty and stunning. This is the second book in the, I think it's called the Davabad trilogy. Yes, in the Davabad trilogy, I read City of Brass in June. I finished it in June. The start of it was kind of slow, but it did pick up and I really did enjoy it. And I'm going to be body reading this with Sarah of Novel Serendipity, Lauren of the Novel Lush, and Joe of Average Joe Reads. And we have this plan to body read this book because we're all excited about getting the chance to read it. And apparently this picks up from where we stopped at the end of City of Brass. And I'm not going to go into much details because I don't want to spoil things for you. Just know that Nari is in the bind. She's in a very tight spot. Ali is even in a worse spot, and Dara is MIA. And I can't wait to see exactly where essay takes the characters. Like, it's, the world building is beautiful, it's stunning, it's lush, it's fantastic. And it was a bit confusing in City of Brass, but now that I've finished one book, I know that I would not be as easily lost as I was, because now I'm familiar with this world and I cannot wait to read it. Next is Ebology, and for Ebology I just need an acceptable, and for an acceptable the prompt is Mandrake. Quick, put your headphones on, listen to an audiobook. If not, green cover. Now, I have a lot of audiobooks, I'm not gonna lie, but there is a book I have been meaning to read for so long, since last year when I first heard about it, and now that I have a copy, I just absolutely have to read it, and that is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. Now, this is a green cover. Now, before you go on, Noria, that cover does not look green. I'll have you know that the cover is green. It's actually more teal, which is the reason, and the blue of Elizabeth's dress is probably making you all confused that this book is not green. Also, the reflection from the ring light and the cam and from the ring light is all crazy, but trust me, this book is green. Like, look at it, look at the back. This is green. To further prove my point, for you all like, oh my god, Naria is blue. No, see, this is blue. Can you see them? Can you see them? This, see, Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire, my Bloomsbury edition, this is blue. My copy of Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, this is blue. See, still green. My 10th anniversary of City of Bones, as you can see, this is blue. See, this is blue, this is green. This is what blue looks like. This is what green looks like. If you're not distracted by all the colors of, like, Elizabeth is wearing, this is what green looks like. This is blue. Another blue book, Echo So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. See, this is what blue looks like. This is what green looks like. This is green. This is green, as you can see. This is green. Another blue book, Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. You can see. See. This is what blue looks like. This is blue. This is green. This is, I hope you can see it, but see, this is green. This is what green looks like. This is what blue looks like. This is blue. This is green. Another blue book, this Queen of Fire and Darkness, Cassandra Clare. See, this is blue. This is what blue looks like. This is green. To further prove my point, the sprayed edges, see, they're shimmering and all of that, but they look, this is more like emeralds. You can't really see it because the lighting is horrible, but this is my Fairy Loot sprayed edges, so it is actually more emerald, and you can tell because see the sprayed edges for Nocturna. Nocturna, blue. This is green. Also blue, green. See? Blue, green. Even better, when you pull off the dust jacket, solid green, solid green, solid green. Now, if it is that you're just like, wait, Noria, did you legitimately just practically bring out almost every single blue book you have on your shelves to prove that this book is green? Yes, I just had to compare and contrast. Now, if it is that you cannot appreciate the absolute slitheriness of that moment, I don't know you. That's just it. But this book is green, and this is my choice for Mandrake. Also, see all the cute little plants? They just fit for Ebology, don't they? Like all the green plants and all of that. And I cannot wait to read this book. So yeah, my choice. And then there's the final subject for my newts, which is Transfiguration, and I just need an acceptable in it to pass. And the prompt is read a book with LGBTQIA plus representation, and for that I'm going with God's Grave by J. Christoph. Why? Because my girl Mia confirms in this book that she's totally and completely bi, and for that we would always love her. And also the love interest in this book, like I know a lot of people cannot stand her and hate her, but and even when she first showed up I hated her and I could not stand her, but gotta love a girl that is rather die for your assassin babe, Mia. Just, that's all I'm going to say. God's Grave, I'm not going to say anything, just in case you've not read Nevernight, and I don't want to spoil it for you. It picks up when Nevernight left off, and it is even more bloodier, more crazy. Mia kills even more people in this book. It's absolutely fantastic. She's, at this point in time, she's bathed fully in blood, and the cliffhanger at the end of this book, can I just say, I'm just thankful that by the time I finish this, it will be just time for Dark Dawn. It will just be a couple of days to Dark Dawn's release, and I can just breathe deeply. I'm going to lose my shit, you all know. So those are my picks for the N.E.W.T.s. I cannot wait to become an aura. Let me know if you all are participating in the N.E.W.T.s. Let me know what your chosen careers are, or if you want to attempt to take all the N.E.W.T. exams, in which case I am in awe and wow. If you like this video, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. Check out my other videos, subscribe if you want to. I make new videos every Sundays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I'll see you soon. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. Bye. My strange addiction, my doctors can't explain my symptoms.